Hello, welcome to episode 2.
Here's our blanket, excellent.
An asymmetrical twist. Dropping and sinking.
Notice how
So just notice. Joining us for the second episode next week. Namaste. Hello and welcome to episode 22 of Namaste Yoga. I'm your host, Melissa West, and I'm here with my friends today, Catherine and Carol, and you can see they're already set up with their legs up the wall. So the easiest, you know what, I think it's cute that they got into it before the camera came on, because it's always a little bit of a, I don't know. It doesn't usually tend to go smoothly. So I think they wanted me to demonstrate how to get the legs up. So we're going to, the easiest way to do it is to sit on the edge of your mat and put your hip right against the wall. And then you can swing your legs around and up. And if you do that, then you'll be nice and tight into the wall. So that's how we're starting today. And you'll probably want to have a block and a strap ready to go to for today's practice. Today's practice, we're going to be doing a class for the immune system. I know last week I was suffering with a bit of a sore throat, and it just got me thinking that, it's winter and I should probably do at least one class for the immune system. So in today's practice, we're going to focus right in on the lymphatic system and the thymus gland, which is a part of the lymphatic system. And what you'll probably find is the poses that I've chosen to do today are pretty much poses that you're familiar with already. It's just that now you'll see how they help the immune system. Okay, so I'm hoping you're settled in with your legs up the wall now. We're going to start that way. So just allow yourself to settle in a little bit more. And bring your awareness to your breathing. Following the breath as it moves in and out of the body. I want you to pay particular attention to breath movement around the heart center. So tuning into the heart center, feeling the expansiveness of breath around the heart. And that can be a very literal feeling of breath movement. As the lungs fill with air, it hugs into the heart. The inside, the inner layer of the lungs hug into the heart. So just become aware of the movement in the body around the heart center as the breath comes in and as the breath leaves the body. And then see if you can follow that breath movement outward from the heart into the armpits, into the shoulders and armpits. So in the armpits you have lymph nodes in there, and we'll just think about breathing into those lymph nodes in the armpit. And then allow the breath to settle a little deeper into the belly. And see if, as the breath deepens and settles deeper into the body, if you can even feel breath movement right into the pelvis. Maybe even considering breathing right into the groin where there are more lymph nodes. Then become aware of your body. Start to shift the focus to the sensations in the body. So I find when I put my legs up the wall, there's a very different relationship to experiencing my body in a guided relaxation. One, because the legs are inverted, and two, because there's sort of this really intense sensation of the torso on the ground that I don't usually tune into as much when the legs are long. So just notice what that feels like to have the legs inverted and to feel the full torso on the ground, the pelvis, the rib cage, the shoulders, the head. Just noticing what it feels like to start in this shape today. So starting in an inverted position is so good for the immune system. Lymph fluid actually flows upward against gravity in the body. However, unlike the circulatory system where the heart is its pump, the lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. And so when we go upside down, it really helps the lymph to travel through the body more. And maybe tuning into life circumstances that you bring with you to the mat today. You know, what are your energy levels like today? What's going on in your life right now? Do you have the time to look after yourself for self-care so that you do stay well and healthy? You know, are there things going on in your life that prevent you from living the healthiest lifestyle that you could right now at this time? And then become aware of the kind of thought reactions to that question, because that could be a probing question. That could be a question that might hit a few buttons. It might start to bring up that inner critic or judger. So just notice what thoughts come up in response to that. Like, you know, oh yeah, I'm good. Or do you start going into critique where you're like, oh, I should do this better, I do that better. And oh, you know, just notice the thoughts that come up in response to thinking about your overall immune system and how your lifestyle supports that or doesn't. And then also the emotions that are attached to those. And then when you bring that awareness to the wholeness happening, the wholeness of the body, the breath, your thoughts, your emotions, your immune system, your life, and the interconnection between all those things. So yoga means union, and we start, as we practice yoga, we become more and more aware of the interconnection of all things. And so there's a wholeness happening right now with all those things. And when you bring your awareness to that, take a moment now to set an intention for your practice of how this next hour can best serve you in your life right now. And it may be something directly to do with the immune system, but it may be something really specific and unique to you today.